your host.
Record. Oh, I can share my. I'll go ahead and share my screen since we have a minute till. There, I'll share that one and share. Can you guys
There we
see it?
go.
You see my screen? Solid. Present.
Awesome. Okay. Are we ready to get started, y'all? Is everybody good to get going? Awesome. Okay, I see some head nodding. So today's our second meeting. Hello, thank you for coming today. A lot of craziness has been going on. So thank you for joining us. We were thinking about this meeting. I don't know, I would have liked to have it at the beginning of the month, like the first week, but there was just so much going on that just to calm down and wait a week later. So thank y'all for being here today. So yeah, you can click to the next screen, Madeline.
Okay. Oopsies.
So yeah, this is just a check-in. How is everybody doing? What are you stressed about right now? What's going on? Does someone want to talk about what's going on in their lives? Are you stressed about anything in particular, academics, anything like that? I know I'm stressed.
I was stressed about the election, but I'm feeling better now.
Same.
Mhm.
So
I see Tim applauding.
a step in the right direction.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we're feeling a little bit better, a little less stressed. This Anthropology Legion, of course, we're helping guide within the anthropology department, but it's also kind of a way to just talk. Just know that we are here. Message us anytime because it's getting down to crunch time in the semester and everything's getting kind of stressful right now. So please, if you literally just need to talk to someone random, just message one of us, and we're here to listen, So I just wanted to check in, make sure everybody's doing good. You can click to the next screen. All right, so the first big thing of business, so the marketing director. I mentioned this at the last meeting and I got a couple responses. I want to make sure though, it's been a month since our last meeting. If you are interested in being on the executive board and being the marketing director, so they'd be in charge of the social media accounts, any sort of advertisement. It looks great on a resume, and yeah, it would be a great career builder to increase creativity. So if you are interested, please message me directly after this meeting. If you are still interested, I know a couple of y'all already told me that you're interested, but I just want to make sure one more time. And with this email, if you can send me kind of a paragraph as to why you would be a good fit for being the marketing director, just a photograph of yourself, just smiling, whatever, and describe a little bit about yourself. What are your interests? What do you focus on? What specifically in anthropology do you like to focus on? That type of stuff. And that will be sent out to the whole org. That way they can get a feel for who you are. So when it comes to voting, they can know exactly who you are and what you could kind of bring to the team. So if you could, if you're interested, email me at okipple@uncc.edu. No numbers, nothing like that. Email me by October 11th at 11:59 p.m. And then we can send out a Google poll to the members of the org to vote for our new marketing director in office. Because in our constitution, we do vote as an entire org for executive positions. So yeah, if you're still interested, please let me know. And yeah, you can go to the next screen, Madeline.
Did you mean November 11th instead of October 11th?
Oh, goodness gracious. That's what I meant. I'm stuck in October, obviously.
It's okay. So November 11th.
Sorry, November 11th.
Gotcha.
It's not October, not October. I made this last night. So yeah, you're very right. So let's see, hold up. You can go to the next screen. Okay, club dues. So it is difficult to just hand money right now to each other because COVID, we need to stay isolated. So again, if you're still interested in being a member of this org, $10 for new members, $5 for old. And you can pay to the Venmo account. If you have issues with paying that money, email me and say, hey, look, Olivia, I really just cannot be paying that right now. We understand. We'll make some accommodations. It is okay. Just let me know privately if you would like. So yes, Cassidy, did you want to touch on this topic a little bit?
No.
Wait, what were we talking about last night?
The t-shirts. That's what I'll talk about.
Oh, just kidding. Okay, so next slide. Sorry. But yeah, just know we have the Venmo account set up. If you don't have Venmo, we can Cash App. Hey, Vicky, what's up?
So in regards to payment methods,
Can
do
we-
you guys not use PayPal in any way, shape, or form?
So we do not have like a specific PayPal account. What could happen is you could Cash App me and I could transfer it to the Venmo account if Venmo is not an option.
I was just asking. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, yeah, no problem. Vicky, did you have a question?
Yes, can we pay, like, this is for fall, right?
So this is gonna be for the whole year.
Oh, never mind then.
You're good. Yeah. Once you pay, you're a member the entire year. You're good. Yeah.
So I don't think I have a Venmo account.
Okay.
I do have Cash App. So can you email me your Cash App?
Yes, of course. Okay, so let me make a little running list right here.
Or is it hard to set up a Venmo account?
It's not difficult.
I mean, is it necessary to have a Venmo? Because I've never heard of it. So I don't know if.
We can work with Cash App because you can send it directly to me and then I can just transfer it into the Venmo account. It's just we're used to just like, handing the money over.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
It's easier that way, but I hate these accounts. But Vicky, what's your exact email address?
VHARRI 16
at ncc.edu.
Yep.
Awesome. Vicky,
What about creating a Cash App for this?
So that would require that we set up so the initial kind of idea of having this Venmo account was just kind of having like a bank account almost for the Shawnee Anthropology Legion. And we didn't want to be putting our money in multiple different sources and then not being able to grab it when we need it. Venmo just typically tends to be like the easier route.
Gotcha.
So that's why we only have one account.
That's fine.
But yeah, I truly do not mind just transferring it over to the Venmo account.
Okay.
So yeah, that won't be a problem. So let's see. So yeah, do we have any more questions, y'all? Any more? Okay, awesome. Oh, back to the meeting. Oh, I hate technology. Okay. Awesome. You can go to the next screen, Madeline. So what is next for the Shawnee Anthropology Legion, y'all? It's been, again, kind of a slow start, but we do plan, things are really starting to get rolling now. We've kind of got the hang of things, so let's keep this up. T-shirt sales will begin in January. So every year we've gotten T-shirts. I have mine right here from like 2 years ago. Let's see. So this is our logo. Can y'all see this?
Barely.
It's very detailed. We had a member design this.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's the 4 different components of anthropology. So you got kind of skeletal, primates, cultural stuff. It's a really cool shirt and we sell them every year. We have options to get them in long sleeve, short sleeve, red, green, gray. We've done like t-shirt sales in the past, but this year it's gonna be different because we can't meet up and we don't have a meeting place to hand you these t-shirts. So we thought of an idea a little bit. Cassidy brought up like a really good point last night when I just called her randomly. Would you like to continue on it, Cassidy?
Yeah, we were just talking because obviously we don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable, but we would love for you to have a t-shirt if you're interested. So you can also give us more ideas, but we were thinking of setting like up a table somewhere where you can just drive through and pick it up and we can just hand it to you. But if you have any other ideas that will require minimal contact, especially because we want everyone to stay as safe as possible, you can always email any one of us and then we can figure out the best option that works for everybody.
Mhm. So yeah, would y'all be interested in t-shirts?
It
I
depends.
myself personally would be interested in a t-shirt. In regards to, if I could say this, giving away t-shirts, I would definitely recommend just putting it or packing it up in a packaging, maybe like a Ziploc bag, and just sending it to the post office like that. Drop off post office, I think, would be maybe one of the best or most efficient ways to deliver packages.
Okay.
I've been less contact, very easy to do for me personally. I've done a lot of packaging like that, so yeah.
If the issue with packaging that I just thought of is shipping costs. So the only thing about that is if you want your t-shirt shipped to you, you also would probably be expected to pay for those shipping costs, since we as a club probably don't have the money to ship a t-shirt to every single person.
But you could, yeah.
Yeah, I believe ground shipping is probably like $5, so you could charge an additional $5 fee.
And what could do is that penny pun, because some people are on campus, other people are not on campus, so it kind of depends upon each. Maybe if the person like is on, it's gonna be easier for people on campus, but people that are not necessarily maybe living on campus and maybe providing both sort of options possibly. So like people that want it shipped to them, they just pay the extra like $5, and if not, they have that booth I guess what we call it set up.
Awesome. I like that plan. No, I like that. That sounds good. Does anybody else have any like propositions as to like what we could to decrease contact to give out t-shirts? No. Yeah, I think those are a fantastic idea. I just wrote them down. So yeah, thank you. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So t-shirts, we'll talk more about that at the next meeting as well. Continuation. So what else is going on? What's next for the Shawnee Anthropology Legion? So the continuation of Zoom meetings as the main form of communication. We are going to continue meeting on here. It's everybody's more comfortable this way. No one's having, to step out of their comfort zone. It's hard right now to like emerge back into society. And cases are rising right now. A lot's up in the air. So to keep everybody as safe as possible, Zoom meetings, this is the best option for right now. And I enjoy seeing y'all on the screen. It's actually not that bad. The next meeting we will have December 8th, 2020 at 1 p.m. So it's another Tuesday, same time, 1 to 1:40. And the next meeting, we're going to discuss careers within anthropology, potentially, if y'all have different ideas. But I remember that at the last meeting is something y'all want to talk about, like what exactly can I do with my anthropology degree? So that's what we can discuss like the next meeting. If y'all have more ideas of like, hey, I have a question about this, can we please discuss it? Just email me and yeah, we can talk about it. But yeah, I think discussion of careers and like where to go with an anthropology degree would be a really good area of focus. So yeah, you can switch to the next slide. Alrighty, so I got this from Dr. Starrett. All the different elective courses offered in the spring, not fall. Oh my goodness. Golly, in the spring that we'll be offering. So I'm gonna run through them. And I want y'all to know like what there is to offer. So we got anthropology of Mediterranean archaeology, women and cross-cultural perspectives, the fossil evidence for human evolution. That sounds nice. The New World archaeology, African civilization, sex, death, and the regeneration of life. I've heard that one's fantastic.
That is a badass class name.
Isn't that? No, doesn't that sound just like, oh,
Anything taught by Dr. Katz is really cool.
Mhm.
She,
Mhm.
oh, but she's retiring. So if you really want to have a class by Dr. Katz, now's the time to do it.
What?
Yeah, she's going to spend half of her time in South Africa and half of it here because she's starting a school for young women in South Africa.
I love her so much.
I
What
do
an
too.
icon.
My heart. So if you're really into things like that, I recommend taking it before she leaves.
Before because she is a great professor, and all of these professors right here, they're fantastic.
I personally work with Dr. Lai, and he's really cool too. And I've had a class with Dr. May. He's a little dry, but he's still really cool too.
So yeah, Mediterranean archaeology, and there's more descriptions of it, but yeah, I've heard the women in cross-cultural perspectives. I mean, you can get into women and gender studies if you're interested. So yeah, and there's more. You can go to the next slide, Madeline. Hold up, let's see. I'm trying to. Courses continued. Yeah. Okay, so then we got the history and archaeology of Jerusalem. Ooh, that sounds like kind of a religious anthropology, a mixture almost. We got food and globalization, anthropology of vampires, ghosts, and witchcraft. Y'all, that class fills up quick. Just know that.
Ooh.
And it's really interesting. It was a really fun class.
It is. It's a lot though. I'll tell you, she'll have like a 200 slide PowerPoint.
And get through all of it.
It doesn't like stop to take a breath either. It was really cool.
Is it Gibson? How do you pronounce the first name? In the first 3050.
Gibson?
Yeah. Shimon?
Shimon?
Is he or she in religious studies or anthropology?
Let me look up. Let me see. Shimon Gibson.
Because that name doesn't ring a bell for me.
Yeah, they've got a Wikipedia page too. Is a British-born archaeologist who has been working in the Holy Land for the past 40 years. He was appointed in 2017 as professor of practice in the history department at UNC Charlotte.
History.
Yeah, so he was in the history department, it seems, and he is also working within the anthropology department as well. That's what I'm grappling from this. But 40 years in Jerusalem, that's a lot. So I would highly suggest these elective courses, like you need them for an anthropology degree, but also like for other degrees as well, like just having, if you want like kind of a more interesting course, like a more fun course, with John, with your engineering all the time, maybe throwing in one of these gives a little bit of a balance, right? Oh, back to the meeting. Hold up. So then we got globalization and resistance, archaeological analysis. You can go to the next slide, Madeline. There's one more slide, y'all. So sorry. There was a lot of elective courses. All right. And then we got European prehistory, culture, health, and disease. That'll be good right now, especially with COVID. Animal-human disease transfer. Ethnohistory of New World peoples, ethnographic methods, and forensic anthropology. Ooh, I love that class.
Wait to take that class.
No, that class is so much, y'all.
Do you like it?
Loved.
I can't wait to take that class.
That was one of the best classes I've taken for my anthropology degree.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we only got half a semester of it.
It doesn't matter. It was half a semester with Jessica, and I love her.
So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna open the floor. So I just went through the list. Is anyone like, what classes stand out to y'all?
I'm thinking about the Jerusalem one. That sounds really neat.
Tim, I guess that'd be good. No, definitely take that. Anybody else really saw one that's like, whoa, let me actually like try to get this one.
Well,
I
I
think
need to really
witchcraft would
focus
be
on
definitely awesome. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I was just saying, in regards to witchcraft, I think that'd be a great class to take in regards to disease as well. And 3222, that'd be another ear-raising class to take.
Mm-hmm.
It is. You even talk about disease, and you talk about like the import, like blood, and how like symbolic it is in multiple different religions and ideas and things like that. So it's really an interesting course.
Mm-hmm. Vicky, what were you gonna say?
I said I need to still focus on the core courses first.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah. Getting those core courses out of the way. Luke, do you have any that kind of like stood out to you?
The oh, I can't change the screen. The one in Jerusalem. The one in Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that stood out with me.
Mm-hmm.
Eerie with the witchcraft one. Nah. And I know titles can be really deceiving.
Uh-huh.
But nah.
Right. Luke, did you have one that you were interested in?
The sex, death, and regeneration of life just seemed really cool.
No, you should definitely try to get that one with Dr. Katz. I've heard it's fantastic. I never took it, but I heard it's fantastic. John, you got one that you're interested in?
If I were to, it probably was something in the biological anthropology stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For right now, since I'm kind of ahead in some of my classes because I got some credit stuff, I'm probably just gonna keep with my main engineering kind of classes and just like because I found a couple books online that for some forensic anthropology. So probably just kind of not necessarily taking classes, but just like outside of the class stuff.
Right, definitely. Like getting the textbooks from those classes. They're not,
Yeah, I found like one. I found like one textbook. I'm not sure this is legal, but like on the free textbook websites, I found like a forensic anthropology like a month or so ago, and so I might read that.
Hey, there we go. See, that's ways to do it. That's how you need to do it.
Can we get that website?
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind actually getting that book.
Uh-huh. No, John, if you want to drop in the chat, I didn't see anything.
It's gonna take me a couple minutes just to find it because I haven't searched it up in quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, yeah. Well, y'all, you can flip to the next slide, Madeline.
Well, wait, Olivia, what classes are you taking?
What
are you interested in?
No, so Dr. Youngs is doing a grad. Oh, running out of time. That's okay. We're almost done. But Dr. Youngs is doing a grad course in what is it? It's like skeletons of indigenous people. Nice. So yeah, I'll be taking that and medical anthropology grad level. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the two. Like, I'm almost done with undergrad, so I'm not. I wish I could take more of these like fun classes. I would take sex, death, and what was it? Reincarnation, regeneration of life. That's what I'd be taking.
Are you oh, thank you. Are you in the early really?
Yeah, and Cassidy is as well.
Later.
Oh yeah, no, please. Yeah, we can talk about that the next meeting. Early entry. Because that's
I'm thinking about, well, I got to get past this first because I still have a little more than 90 credits left, so it'll take me a few years before I can get there.
No, that's
I'm
okay.
going part-time.
Yeah, all of the execs are actually in some form of early entry. So I am, Cassidy, and Madeline's doing early entry in computer science and bioinformatics. Sorry, I'm speaking on her behalf. So yeah, no, we would love to discuss early entry. We can talk about that at one of our meetings if need be. It's a great program. But yeah, we can go ahead and go to the next slide. Anyone can take these courses, not just anthropology students, y'all know this. And we got one more slide after this. So a discussion really quickly. This will be a couple minutes, but researcher versus participant dilemma. So throughout the years, anthropology has a really bad history of saying, hey, we are here to save other cultures. We are here to fix other cultures. really that's not our job. We're here to actually learn from other cultures. This is something that kind of the new generation of anthropologists are trying to envelop, doing much more community participatory action research. We're no longer here to save people, right? Just because we have a Western ideology of how things should be done does not mean that it's morally the 100% correct way of doing things. And this has been like a huge topic. You know, other cultures are not primitive, they're not underdeveloped. We are learning actually from them. You know, we're not here to save them. So this has kind of been a big topic of how can we kind of bridge the gap between a researcher and a participant. And so, yeah, I just wanted to kind of hear y'all's opinion really quickly. Like, why is it that researchers in the past have had this feeling of like, we are saving these people, when in actuality, they're just the same as us. We're all the same, we're all humans. So I was just curious as to like, what y'all thought. Is it that we have a degree? Is it a Western ideology? What do y'all think this could potentially be?
Well, I think to an extent, like one of the big things in anthropology is studying different cultures, and some cultures like disappear as time goes on. So like I remember in one of the classes, I think it was like I took an AP human geography class, and we're talking about how some Native American languages are like slowly kind of being phased out because less and less people are in that kind of culture to have that language with them. And so there's certain ones, it's different for each culture, but there's certain ones that don't necessarily I guess that's the thing is that preserving them because they're a unique part of human history, which is kind of an anthropology kind of side.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree, John. Yeah, no, I like that idea. This is something that like, it's just kind of a food for thought as rising anthropologists or just people who are just interested in anthropology. This is something that's kind of like being integrated into the new anthropologist, this new generation. And so just keep that in mind that we are not here to save people. It's a really toxic way of looking at being, just because we have a degree, you know, and studying people does not mean that we know everything. So yeah, that's just kind of like a food for thought. Remember that we, you know, go about your days as we are learning from others, right? Anybody got any more comments on that?
Would you say more like instead of like preserving is maybe one way to say it is, but also by learning, because some, as like time goes on, certain cultures become less prominent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they kind of like, they get smaller and smaller, and it's like, then you don't view them the same, but it's like, no, they're still a culture just like we are, and it's important to acknowledge that, right? So yeah, I just want for us future anthropologists, just know that, you know, go about your days with that. Do we have, and that's the last slide, do we have any more questions, comments, concerns? No? Awesome. Okay, well, y'all, we're gonna meet again on December 8th. Let me make sure, let me say that date correctly. December 8th. So it's gonna be one of the first weeks in December, right before exams. And yeah, we can just talk about careers in anthropology. Around that time, we'll be done registering for classes. So we can kind of talk about like what classes we're taking, you know, and yeah, is there anything else? Anything that needs to be said? Awesome, y'all. Well, thank you for coming today. I hope this was like a good little like relax, get excited about the next semester. And yeah, awesome. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and see y'all soon, okay?